We have to talk about Kaspa. I felt I needed to make an update on it, because with a big chunk of the market recovering right now, Kaspa seems a little behind. We'll see what's up with that in this video. Let's go. So why do I say that Kaspa is a bit behind? Now, as you can see here, we're just about to break this trend line to the downside. And that's after we had 2 wicks already. The first retrace back up was strong, but it couldn't establish a new uptrend. It basically was within the same downtrend. And as you can see, the second retrace up was very shallow and also lies within this downtrend. This shows us that momentum is very weak, and we have to expect that in the immediate short term, Kaspa will break down here. Now, if you ask yourself, what is this trend line I'm showing here? This is just part of a bigger construction that I showed in my earlier videos about Kaspa already. If you're watching my videos for the first time, let me show you what this is about. Now, as Kaspa has an emission schedule that makes it have a halving every year, supply is decreasing similar to Bitcoin, and therefore making this similar curve pattern in the price chart. And this is what I marked in orange. But it's not only that, as you can see, there's also a parallel channel here that is respected at the same time. So not in every occasion price is touching the curve, but sometimes it goes to the channel and stays in there. And for quite some time now, we didn't touch the curve, more specifically since end of May 2023. Since then, we're moving in the channel and just had a touch of the curve on the upside in end of November 2023. Just for reference, the red box is the phase of the bear market where all of the projects had heinous retracements. Most of the altcoins did minus 99%. And at the same time, Kaspa made one all-time high after the other, which makes it really stand out. Now, the way I've drawn the curve is not an exact science. Of course, we can adjust it here and there, but it gives us a clear indication with all the touch points we had. And that means if the daily candle and even a 4-hourly candle closes below the bottom line of this channel, I would look at the bottom of the curve as the next price target. That would mean a 20% decline. And if downwards momentum is strong, we can even see a wick to this 1.618, which is a bit below this. So this means 25% instead of 20%. Also, we can see the trend line coincides with this 0.618 and therefore marks an important level and further plays into the dump scenario here. Of course, if Kaspa is able to hold this 0.618 or reclaim it fairly quickly, we can hope for a recovery and don't see this dump. That's something we have to monitor in the immediate short term. Either way, if we get the dump, this is a very nice opportunity to scoop up more Kaspa, of course, so that we can prepare our bags for the long-term price targets. If you recall, I told you that if we take the projected end of the bull cycle, end of 2025, then we have a look what the total market cap of XRP, BNB, Cardano, and Solana gave us at the end of the last bull cycle 2021 and map that onto Kaspa, that this perfectly aligns with the projection of this curve into the future. So this whole area is then basically our long-term price target, meaning around $3.40 at the bottom end, which would bring us another 24x from current prices, and $5.80 at the upper end, which would bring us around 40x. Now, of course, if this cycle is to end earlier, say end of this year, we would look at this point right here. And it's actually funny that the upper end of the curve and the lower end of the channel cross here. Either way, this would mean that Kaspa would top out at around $1 or a bit above $1, and from current prices would still give us around 8x, something I don't want to rule out of the equation, although it's less likely, to be honest. If we have a strong catalyst, Kaspa might be able to break out of the curve and stay in this channel, which means more momentum and more upside. This, of course, also depends on the overall financial market situation and the overall crypto market, Bitcoin, and so on. Although we have to remember that Kaspa is not as correlated as any of the other coins to the rest of the market, which should become obvious in this bear market rally Kaspa had. Now, are there any external factors or specific reasons that we don't have momentum at the moment, apart from Bitcoin having a dip? Well, I'm not completely sure, because based on what I've experienced, the community of Kaspa is one of the strongest ones in crypto. Therefore, this slogan on their own website, built by industry pioneers, led by the people, is not just a slogan, it's pretty much reality. Kaspa is one of the few projects that really has amazing tech, that really has great fundamentals, great tokenomics. lives up to what it preaches, but it doesn't make a fuss about it. There's no crazy marketing, not one headline after the other on Twitter and other news networks that try to push something into the masses that doesn't do anything. And therefore, it's just one of the projects you either have to love or you just hate it because there's no shiny object every day or no endless amounts of funny frog meme NFTs dropping. If you understand Kaspa, you just have to love it. It's also pretty obvious on their website when you look at the design and the layout. I already said in my first video about Kaspa, it looks like it was made by software developers and not by UX designers. And it really adds to the ethos, which I, as a software developer, really like. Another thing that undermines this is that there's not too many centralized tier 1 exchanges supporting Kaspa at the moment. We do have some big ones, Bybit, Gate.io, KuCoin, Maxi, or BitGet, but still Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, they're missing. And maybe they just want to stay under the radar or don't care about marketing, as I said, because if Kaspa would launch on Binance, this would mean a big push of retail coming in. So, do you think Kaspa will dump? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please ask yourself why and do it now. You really don't want to miss any of the next videos and the announcements I will make when we hit 1000 followers. Also follow me on Twitter for more alpha and short-term updates. It's philprince_11 linked on my channel as well. For more Kaspa content, I very much advise you to have a look at my Kaspa in-depth review and on my analysis of the next alt season. Don't miss this out. This will make millionaires. Of course, this was not financial advice. Do your own research and due diligence. This was Phil Prince for you. Crush the markets until next time. Goodbye.